also a big swimming family. Noah still involved in coaching, and his siblings swim as well.
First win for Northbridge, and they may be in first place right now. I haven't kept up through the breaststroke, but it's very, very close with these top 3 teams.
I'm just glad you're here to calculate and predict, because those numbers, they're too much for me, David.
Well, Eric Kreutner, who's the one running the show for this meet, he's the one who taught me how to think about this when I swam for him. So I learned from the best. That's Sophia Daly for Ashboro in 4 of this 15-18 girls heat 1. Audrey Campbell for Somerville Y in 5. Natalie Estavia for Cane Bay in 6. And Savannah Godefroy for James Island in 7. And that will be Godefroy taking the win in 40.92.
Will see in this event current record holder Gil Shaw, 30.62 set last year. She'll swim this event a little later. She does not have the top seed. We'll get to that in a few heats.
It's going to be a really fast final heat there. That's Anna Levy for Fort Johnson in 1, Natalie Kish for Crowfield in 2, Peyton Rochella for Newington in 3, Leighton Stable from Daniel Island in 4, Georgia Milligan for Park Shore in 5. In 6, that's Josephine Lily Hartzell for Long Point. 7 is Kylie Allen for Chamelon. 8 is Katie Heimerdinger from Ashboro. 9, Paige Woods for Fort Johnson. Emma Hinkle from Cane Bay in 10.
I mean, Georgia Milligan has got beautiful technique, getting the hands out front quickly and letting her kick push through the water. Big brother Gavin Milligan, a former swimmer currently at the Naval Academy.
Naval Academy, yeah, and we've seen her father Marshall around on deck. He's the president of the league right now, or one official. 36.60 for Georgia Milligan. Second was Peyton Rochella in 38.01.
Look at her technique here, throwing those hands out front, getting her eyes down, letting her kick do the work. Great job to Georgia.
Heat 3, Penn Dusher from Long Point in 1, Darby Priest from Legend Oaks in 2, Kate Kowalski for Daniel Island in 3, Claire Porter for Shadow Moss in 4, Maria Atwood for Northbridge in 5, Lizzie Sosa for Crowfield in 6, Kate Green for North Charleston in 7. In lane 8 is Maddie Ethington-Carl for Park Shore. Lane 9 is Jenny Giles for Northbridge, and in lane 10 is Addie Hanna for Shadow Moss.
Watch how these older girls, especially at this level, are throwing their hands out front, almost trying to slap their face in the water so the kick can push them through the water.
Tight in this heat, maybe Claire Porter for the Sharks. It is Claire Porter getting the job done in 34.51. Second was Sosa in 34.75. And third is Green in 34.88.
Here it is again, throwing the hands out front. Kick does the work. Northbridge has got some really nice breaststroke technique. That'll be the Crowfield swimmer, though, with the victory, Lizzie Sosa. Here we are, final heat, girls 15-18.
In lane 1 is Emma Christie for Legend Oaks. 2 is Anna Polomsky for North Charleston. In 3 is Kennedy Andeveau for Hopkaw. 4 is Gil Shaw from Hopkaw. 5 is Lindsay Burbage from Chamelon. 6 is Avery Freese for Sneap Farm. 7 is Sophie Freese from Sneap Farm. 9 is Kennedy Elwood for Newington. 10 is Skylar Jones from James Island. Really? And this is a battle here. It is going to be Gil Shaw getting the better of Lindsay Burbage. 30.09. Burbage in 30.21. Sophie Freese third, 30.89. Your top 2 swimmers, both under the meet record.
Great races here. Lindsay and Gil, hips up high. I mean, it almost, if you're watching at home and you're not a swimmer, even if you are a swimmer, to be able to hold your body position that high in the water and kind of glide over is definitely a practice skill. Gil Shaw breaking her own record, setting a new city record, and it should not go unnoticed that Lindsay Burbage was also under the old CCAA record.
13-14 boys, 50 breaststroke.
Announcing Sean Graber's meet record.
With a new meet record time of 28.52 from the Northbridge Terrace Killer Whales, Sean Graber. Clear the pool, girls.
And we're going to get started with the final breaststroke event of the day. Jack Burnett from Legend Oaks in 4, Ryder Jackson from Shadow Moss in 5, and Rory Condon for Fort Johnson in 6.
We talked about this with our younger kids in the breaststroke. You know, 30, 40 years ago, breaststroke kick was compared to a frog kick, you know, going really wide with the legs. But now, as David mentioned, you know, we want to keep the knees narrow or close together and think about kicking the feet around the knees. And one of the reasons for that is the bigger your kick, you can only go so fast. If your kick takes you 1.5 seconds to complete, that means you have 1 stroke cycle every 1.5 seconds. And as we saw Gil and Lindsay in that last heat, they definitely had a faster stroke cycle, and they were able to do that because they're smaller kick.
0.03 of a second for Rory Condon to get the win in 40.70. Ryder Jackson just behind. Rory had his cap falling off, but he gets the job done.
Replay there, coming into the wall. He did lose his cap, but he did still get the job done. Nice job. Just
oh,
like
yeah. The cap was coming off a lot of the race. I guess he'll have to go find it at some point. Maybe during the commercial break. Nope. We're going to look for it right now. Or they're telling him not to go look for it right now. He's got it. He's got it. Heat number 2. J.J. Marster for Ashboro in 1. Alec Early for James Island in 2. Trevor Kennedy in lane number 3 for Crowfield. Colin Carroll for Chamelon in 4. Mark McGee for Legend Oaks in 5. Charlie Reardon for Northbridge in 6. J.J. Vance for Daniel Island in 7. In lane 8 is Ethan Van Etten from Somerville Y. In 9 is Tyler Weisel for Fort Johnson. 6 is Charlie Vanderweel from the Country Club.
Talking about details again in breaststroke and that underwater cycle, you're going to notice these guys in the last 2 heats, they have their underwater cycle time. So right when they finish the 3rd step, they're at the surface of the water and ready to start racing.
Down here in lane 1 is J.J. Marster. He might get the win here. No, it is Mark McGee at 33.51. Second was Marster at 33.81. And finishing 3rd was lane number 4, Colin Carroll. Heat 3 now. Henry Lewis from Parkshore in 1. Gage Parker for Crowfield in 2. James McKenna for James Island in 3. Luke Russell for Long Point in 4. Ben Atwood for Northbridge in 5. Matt Canavero for Ashboro in 6. Ethan Hawsey from Hobcaw in 7. Philip Ahrens from Somerville Y in 8. Philip Leclerc from Parkshore in 9. Asher Western for Daniel Island in 10. And we see the lead held there by Matt Canavero. He's going to come in here at 28.99. What a big drop for him. Atwood taking second in 30.33, and third went to Russell in 30.37, and Russell was 30.70 for third. That Ashboro swimmer, Canavero, he'll move up in this final heat. No question about that. And here is that final heat, last heat of breaststroke today. Harper Kissel for Chamelon in 1, Jackson Allison for Sneak Farm in 2, Drew Thomas for Country Club in 3, Andrew Nichols for Hobcaw in 4, Parker Azevedo for Newington in 5, Danny Zlata from North Charleston in 6, in 7 is Hunter Javier from North Charleston, 8 is Kyle Hertwig from Sneak Farm, 9 is Matthew Picard for Long Point, 10 is Lucas Piscatelli for Newington, and this is tight between Danny Zlata and Kyle Hertwig. Maybe Danny Zlata slightly as they come to the wall. Yes, he does in 27.17. He takes the win here. Second was Hertwig at 27.26. Azevedo was third in 27.67.
Here we are on the finish, and I know maybe at home you cannot see this, but Sneed Farm teammates and North Charleston teammates are really starting to stand up and be engaged in every single race. Whether it's for first versus second or 12th versus 13th, every point matters here. And so Parker is very excited, as is Danny, even though he...
And we'll be right back for the IMs here at the City Meet.